study 3 hours of computer programming study. I also want to keep reading my books. So that's my another plan to prepare my English exam. So this is kind of an old book, so I don't think just reading this book is against some um, will make some issue because I don't have any um, subscriber yet. So let's start. I'm trying to finish this book as possible. Careful, mouth and hit the corner. Mom wiped them up with this sponge. Baby, said you mean you're pregnant? I asked. No, that's right. You shouldn't be anywhere middle. Almost for a month. For a month? You've been home for a month and you didn't tell me. We want to be sure. Quality of boy. Camera is not that good. I don't care because I'm just, as I said one more time, this is just for me to record my study in YouTube. So whenever I want to double check, I want to get that point. So don't please, you don't need to subscribe or watch. I don't mind even you watch it. That's why I set it as a public, but mainly that is for me. It took you for a month to be sure. I saw the doctor for the second time today. Mom said the baby's due in February. She reached So while reading one book, I need to write down the words that I don't know. Of course, I'm not gonna spend too much time for checking every single word, but at least I need to know how many words that I don't know in the book. So I'll check the level of my study and check the what type of word I don't know. Also, my hair. I ducked and got out of the way before she could touch me. Dad took the lid off the pot on the stove and stirred up the stew. We went back to slicking carrots. You'd have thought we were discussing the weather. Could you? I shouted. Could you? Isn't one enough? Both they both stopped and looked at me. I kept right on shouting. Another fudge. Just what this family needs. I turned and stormed down the hall. Fudge. My 4-year-old brother was in the living room. He was shoving crackers in his mouth and laughing like a loon at Sesame Street. Sesame Street on TV. I looked at him and thought about having to go through it all over again. The kicking and the screaming and the messing and more and more and much more. I felt so angry that I kicked the wall. And Fudge turned. "Hi, Peter," he said. "You are the biggest pain ever invented," I yelled. He tossed a handful of crackers at me. I raced to my room and slammed the door. She heard so hard my map of the world fell off the wall and landed on the bed. My dog Toto barked. I opened the door just enough to let him squeeze through, then slowly it shut again. I pulled my Adidas bag out of the closet and emptied two dresser drawers into it. Another fudge. I said to myself, they're going to have another fudge. There was a knock at my door, and Dad called me. Peter, go away, I told him. I'd like to talk to you, I said. About what? As if I did know. As if I didn't know. And the baby? What baby? You know what baby. I don't need another baby. Need it or not, it's coming. Dad said, so you might as well get used to the idea. Never. We'll talk about it later, Dad said. In the meantime, scrub up. Scrub up. So page 3, scrub up. It's time for dinner. I'm not hungry. I zipped up my bag, grabbed a jacket, and opened my bedroom door. No one was there. I marched down the hall and found my parents in the kitchen. I'm leaving, I announced. I'm not going to hang around waiting for another fudge to get born. Goodbye. I didn't move. I just stood there, waiting to see what they are doing next. What are you doing? Where are you going? Mom asked. She took 4 plates out of the cabinet and handed them to Dad. Two semi fragos, I said. Although until that moment I hadn't thought at all about where I would go. They have a one-bedroom apartment, Mom said. You'd be very crowded. Then I'll go to Grandma's. She'll be happy to have me. Grandma's in Boston for the week, visiting Aunt Linda. Oh, so why don't you scrub up and have your dinner? And then you can decide where to go, Mom said. I didn't want to admit that I was hungry, but I was. And all those good smells coming from the pots and pans on the stove were making my mouth water. So I grabbed my Adidas bag and went down the hall to the bathroom. Fudge was at the sink. He stood on his stool, lathering his hands with 3 inches of salt. Hello, you must be Bart. He said in his best Sesame Street voice. My name is Erin. Glad to meet you. He offered me one of his sassy little hand. This is his name. Sassy little hands. Roll up your sleeves, I told him. You are making a mess. Mess. I love to make a mess, he said. We know, I told him. I ran my hands under the faucet and dried them on my jeans. When we got to the table, Roger arranged himself in his chair since he refuses to sit in his booster seat. He has to kneel so that he can reach his place at the table. Peter didn't scrub, he said. He only rinsed. You little, I started to say, but Fudge was already yapping away to my father. Hello, I'm better. You must be Erin. That's right, my father said, playing along with him. How are you, bad part? Well, I'll tell you, Fudge said. My liver's turning green and my toenails are falling off. Sorry to hear that part. My father said maybe tomorrow will be a better day. Yes, maybe, Fudge said. I shook my head and piled some mashed potatoes on my plate. Then I dropped them in gravy. Remember when we took Fudge to hamburger heaven? I said, and he smeared the mashed potato all over the wall. Smeared. How about smeared? Yes. I did that. Fudge asked, so I'm interested. Yes, I told him, and you dropped a plate of peas on your head too. My mother started to laugh. I'd forgotten all about the day. Too bad you didn't remember before you decided to have another baby, I said. Baby, Fudge asked. My mother and father looked at each other. I got the message. They hadn't told Fudge the good news yet. Yes, Mom said, we're going to have a baby tomorrow, Fudge asked. No, not tomorrow, Mom said. When Fudge asked. February, they said. That said, January, February, March, May, June, July, Fudge recited. Okay, I said. We all know how smart you are. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Enough, I said. See, will somebody turn him off? I said. Fudge was quiet for a few minutes. Then he said, what kind of new baby will it be? Let's hope. It's not like you, I said. Why not? I was a good baby. Wasn't I, Mommy? You were an interesting baby, Fudge. Um, Mom said, see, I was an interesting baby, he said to me, and Peter was a sweet baby. A sweet baby, Mom said he was very quiet. Lucky you have me first. You had me first, I said, Mom, or you might not have had any more kids. I was a quiet baby too, Fudge asked. I wouldn't say that, Dad said. I want to see the baby, Fudge said. You will now. You can't see now, Dad said. Why not? Fudge asked. Because it's inside me, Mom told me. Here it comes. I thought the big question when I asked it. I got a book called How Babies Are Made. I wondered what Mom and Dad would say to Fudge, but Fudge didn't ask. Instead, he banged his spoon against his plate and howled. I want to see the baby. I want to see the baby now. You will have to wait until February, Dad said, just like the rest of us. And now, Fudge said, screamed, another 5 years of this. I thought maybe even more. And so, as usual, speaking loudly is a little stressful, um, but this kind of exercise is really helpful when especially trying to say something without thinking. So I should keep going. So what I was about to do. Oh yes, I was about to uh, start my timer. Then before stopping the timer, I'm gonna break a 2 minute break. A 2 minute break before starting the new page. Usually I spend a couple of minutes to read one page. Oh, damn it. just 1 minute work, then I will start it again. Whew. Howdy, Jinjay. Borana? Drinking this monster. Shut. I need to sleep early tonight, so it's not a good idea to drink. Only I'm sipping a little by little. Okay. After 3. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just squat 30 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Did you hear that? My leg is leaking. That's not good. Jeez. Anyway, let's start it again. Okay. Maybe in 1 hour, because now it's 12:42 a.m. in the morning, which is in Korean 완전 한밤중에. So let's start. As mom said, you're going to have a baby. Hey, you can't. It's now another 5 years, and I thought maybe even more. And who's to say that? To keep on having babies, one after the other. Excuse me, I said, getting up for the table. I went into the kitchen and grabbed my Adidas bag. Then I stood away and called, well, the baby on my way. I sort of waved goodbye. Where is Peter? Peter, I'm going. Fudge asked. I'm running away, I told him. But I will call back. I will come back to visit someday. No, Peter, don't go. Fudge jumped off his chair and ran to me. He gripped my leg and started bawling. Bawling. Nice word. B-A-W-L. Peter, take me with you. I tried to shake him off of my leg, but I couldn't. It can be really strong. I looked at my mother and father, then I looked down at Fudge, who gave me the same look at as Turtle when he's begged for a biscuit. If only I knew for sure what the baby would be like, I said. Take a chance, Peter. Dad said. The baby won't necessarily be anything like Fudge, but it won't necessarily not be like him either. I answered. Fudge tugged at my leg. I want an interesting baby, he said, like me. I sighed. If you think it's going to sleep in my room, you are crazy. I told my mom and dad the baby will sleep in here. Mom said in the dining area. And where will we eat? We'll think of something, Mom said. I put my Adidas back down and then tried shaking fudge off on my one more time. Yes, for now, but when the baby comes, if I don't like it, I'm leaving. Me too, Fudge said. Sam got a new baby and it smells. He held his nose. Who wants dessert? That was it. Vanilla pudding. I do, Fudge yelled. He let go of me and then climbed into his chair. Peter that said, sure, why not? And I sat down at the table and too. Mom reached over and tousled my hair, and this time I let her. Before the end of the week, Fudge asked the big question. How did the baby get inside you, Mommy? Mom borrowed my copy of How Babies Are Made, and she read it to Fudge. As soon as he had the facts straight, had the facts straight. He was telling anybody and everybody exactly how Mom and Dad had made the baby. He told Henry, our elevator operator. Henry smiled and said, "That's one mouthful for a small fry like you, small fry." Mouthful for a small fry like you, he told the checker at the supermarket. Hey, and her eyes got bigger and bigger until Mom said, "That's enough, Fudge." But I'm just getting to the good part, Fudge said. Peter, Mom said, "It's getting very warm in here. Um, why don't you take Fudge outside?" He saw a pregnant woman on the bus and said, "I know what's growing inside you, and I know how it got there too." And the woman got up and changed their seat. He told Grandma, um, she said to my mother, and uh, Annie, do you think it's wise for him to know so much? In my days, we talked about the stork. A stork. What's a stork? Fudge asked. A big bird. I told him, like a big bird on Sesame Street. Not exactly like birds. Fudge said, I want to be one when I grow up. You can't be a bird, Grandma said. Why not? Because you're a baby, you're a boy. So what? Fudge said, and he laughed like crazy and turned somersaults on the floor. Fudge never stopped talking about his favorite subject. He told his nursery school class, and his teacher was so impressed she phoned and asked Mom to come to school. Impressed, and the children had a lot of questions for her, so Mom went to Fudge's class and enjoyed it so much she offered to come to my class too. I told her no thanks. I hadn't told anyone she was going to have a baby except Jimmy Fargo. I tell him just about everything. And Sheila, um, uh, Tuma knew because she lives in our building and could see that Mom was pregnant. She's very old to be having a baby, isn't she? Um, Sheila asked one afternoon. She's 34, I said. Sheila, Sheila opened her mouth. Oh, she's really old. She's not as old as your mother. I said I had no idea how old Mrs. Tillman was, but Sheila's sister Libby was 13, so I guess that Mrs. Tillman was older than Mom. But you don't see my mother having a baby. Do you, Sheila? I said no, but I couldn't think of anything else to say. I didn't understand what she was getting at anyway. When I went upstairs, I asked Mom, isn't 34 old to be having a baby? I don't think so, Mom said. Why? I was just wondering. Grandma had Aunt Linda when she was 38. And, oh, so my mother wasn't the oldest woman in the world to be having a baby. And Sheila didn't know what she was talking about as usual. Uh, we cannot just keep reading with this kind of direction. Uh, it's not good at all. Should I try this one? Or something like that. Something like that. You know what? To this one inside and bring my brand new, very beautiful book stand. Here, I'll try to read the book. Isn't it wonderful? Damn it, doesn't work at all. So, let's look at the bottom so I can fix my book. That, got it. Doesn't matter, as far as I can keep on. That night, we were sitting around in the room later set. While my fifth grade class was on treadmill with a Metropolitan Museum of Art, my sister was born. Later, I found out that she was born exactly 204. Something like that. 204 in the afternoon, just as we were in Egyptian studying the moon and mummies. They named her Tamara Watson. Time she was wow. That 8 months went so quickly. 6 months went so quickly. By the time she was on my mother's womb, everybody was going rapidly. Right away, I could see that where would we problem. I tried to warn my mother and father when she goes to school with a name like that. Kids like to tease her. They'll call her to see mom or worse. Mom and got it. I had a budget, and now I had access to all the things. Maybe what I was and my parents really wanted was a candy factory. I wondered how come I got off so easy. This was much smaller than I expected, which was tougher. I found it out when Fudge tried to pull off her clothing. I just wanted to see what would happen. He explained when Lucy screamed, "You must never do that again." Mom told him, "How would you like it if Peter tries to pull off your clothes?" I couldn't help laughing at that one. Peter knows my toes don't come off. Fudge said. Well, neither do Lucy's. Mom said. One afternoon when I came home from school, Lucy wasn't in crib. Wait, I figured Mom was feeding her, so I went to her bedroom to say hello. Lying on her bed with her hands on her eyes. So until here, I just reading loudly. I'm gonna keep sound from now on, since it's almost time to so 10 minutes left. So I wanna just speed up. Was a very naughty thing to do. 17, naughty. select them that you are solar plug. Color. Yes. Oh, this is fine. Just me. Roger. Righteousness. And teacher. Author and editor. take a break for 5 minutes and then we'll come back. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's been a while. I didn't read the book. It's not a it's not a bad experience. Maybe just every day reading 1 hour is a great practice. So why not? Let's do. Uh, interests me. Jeez, why the quality of the camera is so bad like this? It doesn't have a focus. I When I was watching the YouTube and YouTube video clip just suggested me to buy the this model. It is cheap, but it is valuable. But it is not. It's not that valuable at all. Maybe I can start streaming with us, but um, if any of like three of them is watching my video clip, I won't get used to my camera like this. It's so bad. Yeah, cheap one. I have no choice. Island Punch. Punch is kind of soda, um, but I don't know what is actually the Island Punch is. What the actual Island Punch is. It's his favorite drink. Maybe some kind of Coke. My wife just left the pizza in the oven, and then it's a kind of a rock at the moment, and I'm just taking the peel off on top, the cheese part and some veggies, and even that part is so hard to chew. So sorry to myself. Okay, let's better read it aloud. The as the night goes deep, my mental focus is getting shaken. So that's right. If you cut me open, you will find the seven natural fruit flavors running through my veins. After drinking 8 cups in a row, then riding home on the bus, then walking to my building, then waiting for the elevator, then dashing down the hall to our apartment, then taking out the key and unlocking the door. I really had to use the bathroom. I mean, really. But Fudge was already in there, sitting on the toilet, turning the pages of the author, but author the anteater, anteater. Hurry up, I told him, I've got to go. It's not good for me to hurry, Fudge said. So I ran to mom from the room, but the door to her bathroom was locked. Mom, I called, banging on the door. Can't he hear you? She called back. The shower's running. I'll be out in 5 minutes. Check on Tuthi, would you? So I ran back to my bathroom, but Faji hadn't moved. Come on, I said. This is an emergency. I drank enough. 8 cups of almond punch this afternoon. I drank 2 glasses of choco. About getting off for just a minute. It wouldn't be good for me, he said. Come on, Faji. I can't think when you're in here, he said. What do you have to drink about, Mickey? I could have lifted him off, but now that he's stopped the wedding, but now that he's stopped the wedding, we are all supposed to encourage him to use the toilet. So I ran down the hole again, thinking to see has it easy. She just lets it out wherever and whenever. And then I remember that my teacher had read us a book about life in England in the 18th century. People used chamber pots instead of toilets. Way back then, I wished we had an old chamber pot handy. I was getting this at this point. I ran into the living room and looked around. We have a big plant over in the corner. I sense more than 5 feet high. Should I? I wondered. No, that's disgusting. I thought, but when you're got to go, you've got to go. I reminded myself. I loosened my belt buckle. As I did, Fudge called, "Okay, Peter, I'm done. You do the flush." Fudge refuses to flush the toilet. He's afraid he'll go down the drain too. But this wasn't the time to try to convince him he was wrong. I raced down the hole and relieved myself. Fudge watched. He was really impressed. I never saw so much at once. He said, "Thanks," I told him. That night, we were all sitting around in the living room watching TV. I was holding Tussie on my lap. She let out a soft little sigh. She's a lot like Total when he's asleep. I can tell what kind of dream he's having by the noise he makes. And sometimes when he's having a nightmare, he cries out when shakes. Then I pet him until he's calm again. It's the same with Susie. She'll be fast asleep, but she'll make these little noises or cry out and wiggle around. Other times, she'll work her mouth just like she's sucking on her bottle. I guess she dreams about eating a lot, but the little size are my favorites because then I know she's content. What? She's content. Okay, so content in this context would be filled with, and she feels so warm and soft lying in my arms in that way that I feel good all over. As soon as the show was over, Dad snapped off the TV, turned the face on us, and said, "We have some really good news for you boys." "No, not again," I said, looking down at Lucy. Mom and Dad laughed. "Something different this time," Dad said. "It's interesting," Fudge asked, racing his little cars across the floor. Vroom, vroom, vroom. "Yes, very interesting," Mom said. "Hold on. Well done. Keep us in suspense," I said. "Let's hear is suspense like a privilege?" Fudge asked. "No," I told him. Not shut up and listen. Now shut up and listen." I looked at my father. "Well," I asked, because their idea of something interesting and my idea of something interesting aren't necessarily the same. We are moving the Princeton. Moving to Princeton. That's it. We're down. You're what? I wanted to jump up, but I couldn't. And not with the thing on my lap. Is Princeton near the park? Fudge asked, running his little red car up and down Mom's leg. No, stupid, I said. It's New Jersey. It's New Jersey near the park? He asked. And not Central Park, my mom said. But you won't need Central Park, Dad said, because you will have your own backyard. What's a backyard? Fudge asked. It's like a small park, Mom told him. My own park? Fudge asked. More or less. Dad said to shut him up. What about art history? I said to Mom. What about it? She answered. I thought you were going to go back to school to study art history. Princeton University has an art history department. I may take a class there. It's just for a year. Dad said, looking at me to see how we like being away from the city. Away, away, away. But she said, you can't have a conversation in front of me, in front of him. It's useless. Couldn't my mother and father see that? We are going next week, Dad said. What about Minnie? I know Minnie. I asked. We always go to Minnie for 2 weeks in the summer. Minnie, M-A-I-N-E. So Minnie, Fudge said, Minnie. How did he know how to spell Minnie? Mom asked Dad. I have no idea, Dad said. So what about it? I pressed it. Are we going to Minnie? We are going to Princeton instead. Dad told me. Instead, Fudge Bob. Shut up, I yelled. And then I said just as loud, I hate Princeton. You've never even been there. Mom said, oh yes, I have. We went to visit some dumb friends of years, and they served us this disgusting dinner, shrimp and mushrooms and spinach and mixed together. And I was hungry, but they wouldn't give me anything else to eat, not even an extra piece of bread. I remember. Oh, that's right, Mom said. I'd forgotten all about that thing. At Billy and George's house. You forgot everything that's important. Look, Peter, Dad said. We were hoping you'd be pleased about Princeton. We've already rented a house there. In fact, we've rented Millie and George's house. They are going to Europe for the year. That old dump. It's not a dump. It's a beautiful old place. And we've arranged to sublet our apartment. So I'd like you to keep an open mind about this. Sublet. To sublet. Page 29. What is sublet? you don't find that getting used to it, and you will get used to it most of the see. Then she started telling me about where I go to school. I was just I was listening until she started feeling like having your little brother in the same school. And I said suddenly, wide awake, what did you say? What? Just now? About Francesco? Oh, well, we've had him tested, and even though he is a little young, we are going to able to, in kindergarten. After all, he's had a full year of nursery school, and he can count by tens and recite the alphabet names. He's one of them, and he's on the week and color, and he can even spell many. Doesn't solve anything. Maybe not for you, but it does for me. I tossed in my baseball glove, my favorite jeans, half of my magazines, a few of my smaller maps, and a couple of tapes. Shall I make you a peanut butter sandwich to take along? Mom asked, smiling. Don't give me any of that little boy stuff. I told her, because I mean it. I'm leaving. So she stopped smiling. I can understand how you feel, but Daddy and I don't. Daddy and you don't think the same way as me. I'm beginning to see that. And if you cared about me at all, even just a little bit, you won't have done this. You won't have. You wouldn't have. Peter, we care about you a lot. That's one of the reasons for moving to Princeton. And we didn't even get to tell you the really big news. Oh, there's more? I said, well, I can't wait to hear that. Dad is taking the year off. I stopped packing. He quit his job at the agency? No. He's been fired? No. Then what? He's taking a leave of absence. Wait, he wasn't to tell you himself. She went to my door. She went to my door and opened the door. Can you come in here? I'm changing to the. I'm changing to see that go back. Be there in just a minute. I thought that never changed a diaper in his life. He didn't. Not until Lucy came along. What's so special about changing diapers? I asked. Nothing. It's just that Dad realized that he missed out on some your baby experiences, and he didn't want to make the same mistake again. He's so busy changing to see he hasn't got time for anybody else. Peter, that's not fair. Mom said, what do you know about the fair? That came into the room smelling like a baby emotion. I told Peter, you have a surprise for him. Matt said, I'm taking the year off. I said, and that way I'll have more time to spend with the family because I'm not working at all. I'm going to write a book. A book? I said. write the history of advertising and its effect on the American people. Couldn't you write something more interesting? I asked, like a book about the kid who runs away because his parents decided to move without asking him first. Sounds like a good story, Dad said. Maybe you should write it yourself. Maybe I will, I said. I'd like to know how we're going to eat. Would you know not working? We've got some money saved, and I will probably get an advance for writing the book. Give me the chance, Peter, Mom said. I will think about it, I told her. But if I'm gone in the morning, don't be surprised. And then from the other room, we could hear Fudgy sighing himself to sleep. Name Fudge. Peter spells P-E-E. Peter. T-E-R spells Peter. So another 25 minutes passed. It's it's 1 hour. Already just having one sprint one day. I got a little exhausted for finishing my programming stuff as well as my reading. There is nothing I can do. I need to do. I will get used to it.